1580, the Terry Claiborne Foundation presents association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne feature live association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne is a cover charge for this carnation with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne. All you have to do is go to association with KBLA Top 1580.com, the Terry Claiborne. That's it. In association with KBLA Top 1580.com, and you can win entrance to the association with KBLA Top. But whether you win or not, the Terry Claiborne support the kids and come join us on the Red Hot 1580 semi-promo club and celebrate the association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne Foundation, association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne December 9, 1110 South Latina Boulevard, the Terry Claiborne Limbo. It's a holiday association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top 1580, the Terry Claiborne in association with KBLA Top.
Business cycles don't change like people do, so I don't think you can compare the two in that instance.
So let me hit you with this. Let me hit you with this, Reggie.
Go ahead.
Which skills that you use at work are transferable to your relationship? Talk to me.
Well, personally, every skill I use at work is transferable to a relationship. I mean, I'm in the ministry, so it's all spiritual things.
No. Oh, I'm talking about in the corporate sense.
Communication, availability, creativity. All those things.
I'm going
show
somewhere.
Up in both.
I'm going somewhere, Reggie.
I mean, we in the same place. Go ahead.
Guess what? But you got a lot of people who are so dedicated to their work that they will turn them tools off when they get home because they don't want to be bothered. What are your thoughts?
If you turn those tools off, then that's not in your heart. You can't turn off what's in your heart. It's there, whether you want it to be or not. So you can't turn it off once you get home. It's there. And I think if you keep it on and turn it in perspective, you can highlight your tools in both places. You shortchange your relationship and your career if you try to turn it off. You can't do that.
Keep going, Reggie. This is why I love having
so if
Reggie.
If that's the case, you have to take a chance and not be so parochial in your seek to be successful in both places. And if you do that, then you have a fair chance of being successful in both instances.
Now, although the tools are transferable, the success looks different.
Absolutely.
What's
And
the
just like
difference
Sharifa
between
said,
so what's the difference between the two types of success? Talk to me.
your success is built on what you believe it to be, not what the world designs it to be. It's what you believe it to be. And I mean, that's primary for your relationship. I don't care what other people say a success story is. Now, if my career goes out of business, then that's failure. But success is how many people you affect every day. That's success. And I mean, you can't have that on a balance sheet. Now, at the same time, you can't have your business out of business. It's a bottom line to business. But the bottom line of your relationship isn't how big the ring is and how big the wedding is and all that.
Right.
Nah, it's like, how do y'all affect each other? What can y'all do together that you can't do apart?
So if we would bring Dr. Pacoya McCall in here, success in relationship would be those little wins, like the cultivation of empathy, mutual compassion, mutual respect, give and take, right? Creating a safe space for each other to be a human being, for one another to be human in each other's presence, right? These are successes for relationship, right? Cultivating mutual understanding, right? Now, the success in business is a little different. Those benchmarks are what we gained versus what we lost.
Right.
You understand? Now, what we gained always, especially in business, what we gained in business always has to outpace what we lose or we're done, correct?
Absolutely.
Talk to me, man.
You have to have a positive balance sheet in your business to stay in business. You can't tell me you're a success when you can't pay your phone bill. That's just the reality of it. But the deeper reality is, who do you affect? Who is better because you're in business? And make it spiritual that way. And then you can kind of be in the realm of, okay, this is my success. I affected another generation of people coming up, and they have a set of skills, and they have a set of positivity that the last generation didn't have. Like, you can do that. I mean, what you're doing on the radio is successful.
Yes,
I don't care how many books you sell, bro. It's your success because you've helped people. Now, seriously, you've helped people that wouldn't have been helped had you not been on the radio, had you not written the book, this and that. Like, I mean, you can sell as many books as James Baldwin. That's fine, but if you're not helping anybody, it doesn't translate to be successful.
No, I agree with you. I love your energy. I love that you're a minister. I'm also an ordained minister, so I get the energy of what you're saying. But I want to go specifically back to one thing that you said. How can you say you're a success when you can't pay your phone bill? That, to me, is the biggest problem, because when we're building our companies and we're building our businesses, there are days when we have an overflow, and there are days when we may have just paid a $15,000 check and we don't have enough personally to pay that phone bill. So those are the times when relationships get very difficult, because we're struggling with the little things we're losing the battles in trying to win the war. And so sometimes it's the little things that affect the relationship, and those things matter to me.
Let me ask you this just for clarity. Are you talking about not being able to pay your phone bill in business, or like the little wins in your relationship? Like, which one are you talking about?
I don't think about little wins in your relationships. I'm referring to your comment about being successful and not being able to pay your phone bill. There are sometimes in relationships when you're unable to pay household items because you're fighting so hard to pay the things for the business. So do I pay my cell phone bill, or do I pay my payroll?
Right. Absolutely. We're on the same page. We're on the same page.
Yeah.
We're on the same page. What I was saying is, you have to have some type of benchmark to be in business.
Yes.
I mean, are you in business or do you have a hobby?
Yes. And
You know what I'm saying?
I hear you and I agree with you, but I think we're going off in a different direction. I think that's a different
Okay.
conversation. You know, for me, this is the most important thing. Are we able to work together and grow together with the understanding that whether I am ever successful in what that person thinks I am, whether I never have $1 million or $5 million in the bank, do we want to be in this relationship? 'Cause for so many entrepreneurs, especially, they may not reach their level of success for 20 or 30 years. Like I tell people all the time, I built my first website in 1994. I launched my first podcast in 2009. It would be a long time before people considered me any level of success. And I struggled to pay the small things for me personally in making an effort to build my business. Mentioning Dr. Pacolia. Yeah. She's a co-founder of another company that we have, Black Business Co-op, where we work with Black business owners to help them thrive and grow and succeed. But in the meantime, we're putting all of our resources, all of our energy into the business. We can't take those resources to go and live most of our personal lives.
Listen, let me just say this. You a success to me. Listening to all the, listen, you are a success.
Yes.
To me. Reggie, I want you to stay with me because you done cooked up a whole heap of good meal today. When we come forward, we going back to Austin, Texas.
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. Legal Aid Foundation of Los Angeles is a nonprofit law firm that protects and advances the rights of the most underserved, leveling the playing field and ensuring that everyone can have access to the justice system. Every year, LAFLA provides free, high-quality legal services to more than 100,000 people living in poverty across greater Los Angeles. Their unique combination of neighborhood offices, self-help centers at courthouses, and domestic violence clinics puts Legal Aid Foundation of Los Angeles on the front lines in vulnerable communities and at the forefront of change. LAFLA's expert team of attorneys, paralegals, and support staff works to provide direct representation, offer counsel and advice, provide referrals, and educate the community about their legal rights through workshops and seminars. With locations all over LA, you can access their services or volunteer to help no matter where you live. And if you have an urgent issue, call 213-235-0060. That's 213-235-0060. To get legal help, make a donation, or volunteer, visit lafla.org. lafla.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
If you're like me, 60 and retired, making ends meet, especially here at the supermarket and drugstore, is tough. I'm so blessed to have found benefitscheckup.org. It's a free and confidential website from the National Council on Aging that connected me to $1,200 a year in programs that help pay for food, medicine, utilities, and more. Maybe it can help you. benefitscheckup.org.
Anyone can choose to make a difference. You can help people succeed, rebuild after disasters, protect the environment, or feed the hungry. Not only will you make a difference for others, but for yourself. You can earn money for college, learn career skills, and make friendships that last a lifetime. Make a difference. Choose your future. Choose America.
Only 1 in 5 people with autism are employed, despite many having the skill set and desire to work.
Maybe it's because employers don't know what kind of jobs they can do. Like, what about a programmer?
That's a job for someone with autism.
How about a healthcare worker?
Yep, that is too. People with autism can do a lot of different jobs, but often get overlooked due to outdated stigmas. Introducing WIN by Autism Speaks. We help businesses lead the way in inclusive hiring.
What about a ranch hand?
To learn more, go to autismspeaks.org/win.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Hustling.
hustling. Every day I'm 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 hustling.
That used to be my answer tone.
Every day I'm hustling.
Who you suckers think you're tripping with? Yes, I'm the boss. 745, white on white, that's Rick Ross. I cut them wide, I cut them long, I cut them fat. I keep them coming back, we keep them coming back. I'm in the distribution, I'm like Atlantic. I got them pretty things flying across the Atlantic. I know Pablo Noriega, the real Noriega. He owe me 100 favors. I ain't petty player, we buy the whole thing.
If you concentrate solely on your career, you can get a long way in your career. And I would say that that's a strategy that a minority of men preferentially do. That's all they do. They work like 70, 80 hours a week. They go flat out on their career. They're staking everything on the small probability of exceptional status in a narrow domain. But it's hard on them. They don't have a life. It's very difficult for them to have a family. They don't know how to take any leisure activity. Like, they get very one-dimensional. Now, it may be that unidimensionality is the price you have to pay to be exceptional at one thing, right? Because if you're going to be something like a genius level mathematician and you want to do that or a scientist, say, it's like you're in your lab all the time, you're working 70 hours a week or 80 hours a week, you're smart, you're dedicated, you're unidimensional, and that's how you get to beat all the other people who are doing that. It's the only way. But the problem is you don't get a life. Now, if you love being a scientist and you have that kind of focus of mind, well, first of all, you're a rare person, and second, you're going to pay for it. But fine, more power to you. But it's a risky business to do that. You sacrifice a lot for it. And I would say most often, if you're speaking about having a healthy life, that isn't what you do. You spread yourself out more. So, you have a family, you have some things that you do outside of work that are meaningful to you and useful. You have a network of friends. 4 things alone.
Man, Jordan Peterson is on fire tonight. Welcome into the Crucible. The VOR is on fire live from KBLA Talk 1580 from the heart of Leimert Park. Sharifa, we got great callers, people talking. You done got people riled up about this. Is Sharifa? This your topic.
They not riled up.
You gave me this
they
topic.
They not riled up enough.
Oh, you want to? Okay.
I want them riled up. I want to hear what Nikki has to say.
Nikki coming now. Don't you worry.
Don't take over.
Nikki coming now. Whoa, Reggie, what are your final thoughts on this, man? Because you were cooking.
I think that both career and relationship require a different set of skills and a different definition of success. So I really can't decide between one or the other, like what you choose. Because they're both so different. And I just wanted to congratulate Sharifa on our campaign. All right?
Thank you. I definitely appreciate that. And I think the most difficult aspect, again, is if we take out the word success. When you're working with somebody or you're living with somebody and they're just starting out on their career, there may be years before the success. That's when we need to truly work on the relationship and communicate as far as where this is going.
Reggie,
I guess what word would you substitute for success?
Careers is the word that we're going. Would you choose a relationship over a career? Because someone may have a career, but their career is just starting out. No matter what it is, they may be at the beginning of that career.
Okay.
And if they're at the beginning, they're probably going to want to dig deeper and go, and kind of grow in that career. Reggie, what did you just do, brother?
Brought Austin in the building.
Austin, Texas is in the building. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. Let me get deep real quick, real fast. Career and relationships are exceedingly difficult to master.
Yes.
One, you got to have a skill set, an intellectual skill set, a trade skill set. You have to have a mind-oriented skill set in order to win at business. You have to be organized. It's a whole bunch of stuff, right? But real relationships are about shadow work. Real relationships are spiritual. How did I end up with this person? What lesson came? Listen, it's hard to really divide your attention to figure out the spiritual purpose of why you're in a relationship with somebody while you're trying to climb Mount Everest in the world. Now, guess what? This is why a lot of relationships are mediocre. Because the relationships are superficial. They're escape pods. They are an escape from the hustle and bustle of hustling. You want to, hey, I done fought the world. When I come home, I want to be at peace. I want to be at ease. But really, that's where the real work starts. When you go home to your relationship with your significant other. This is why I say, when people say, which one would you prefer? Many people have them both, but they have them at different degrees.
Yes.
Sometimes you see people having a high degree of success, but a low degree of intimacy.
Right.
Because that requires something in you. It wakes up wounds. It wakes up hurts. Listen, when I come forward, we going to talk to Nikki from the SIP.
He's on fire tonight. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams, exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton. Here's the latest on the Black Information Network. New York City Mayor Eric Adams says he loves travel as he explains the amount of times he's been to Turkey. His trips to Turkey have come into question since the FBI started looking into Adams' campaign finances, favors, and possible influence by the Turkish government. The mayor, who is black, says he is hiring someone to set up a legal defense fund because New Yorkers have reached out to his team wanting to help. The HBCU Alabama A&M Marching Band will lead this year's Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade in New York City. Less than a dozen bands from across the country were selected to perform in the famous parade this week. Additionally, the Dancing Divas will perform with the Rockettes at Radio City Music Hall. The broadcast starts at 8:30 a.m. in all time zones. It will broadcast simultaneously on NBC and Peacock. That's the latest. I'm Amber Payton on your home for 24/7 News, the Black Information Network, and BINnews.com.
The Monterey Bay Aquarium is more than a place to learn about ocean animals. They're also working to inspire conservation of the ocean by stopping plastic pollution, supporting sustainable seafood, and minimizing our carbon footprint. Join them in their efforts to protect the ocean.
Environmental justice, pollution, and climate. In Los Angeles and across America, people of color are suffering and dying from disproportionate health impacts on a planet that has less than 10 years to prevent irreversible damage. Heat illnesses, respiratory illnesses, water-related illnesses, food system impacts, insect-related diseases, black maternal health, and mental health effects. As the impacts of climate change mount, millions of vulnerable people, our people, are going to bear the brunt of these extreme environmental events, which will likely lead to forced displacement, loss of cultural identity, and other related risks. These realities are as real as rain. Stay tuned to KBLA Talk 1580 for more details about the most progressive multimedia and live events campaign any black media outlet has ever undertaken to combat the climate catastrophe. Experts, events, empowerment. It's all on the way from unapologetically progressive KBLA Talk 1580. We don't black down. We level up.
Level up, 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 level up.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. Stay Housed LA has the resources you need to know your rights and the legal support to back them up. The COVID-19 pandemic has cost people their jobs and livelihoods. This has left an estimated 1/3 of households not being able to make rent and facing losing their homes. This is a fear no one in our community should have to face. You have rights though, and Stay Housed LA is here to help. Stay Housed LA is a partnership between the County of Los Angeles, the City of Los Angeles, and local community and legal service providers. Together, they provide tenants with the information and support needed to exercise their rights so they can remain safely in their homes. Find out more about your rights by participating in a virtual tenant workshop. Get the legal assistance you need. Find additional resources in Los Angeles County and the City of Los Angeles. Stay connected to Stay Housed LA County for updates. This and more at stayhousedla.org. Stay connected to Stay Housed LA for updates. This and more at stayhousedla.org. That's stayhousedla.org. Or call their hotline at 213-694-0040. We've got your black with a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
The Chase Ink Business Premier Card is made for people who make things happen, like me. I'm Sam, founder and CEO of Manifest, a product design company that makes everyday products designed smarter. I get 2.5% cash back on purchases of $5,000 or more, plus unlimited 2% cash back on all other purchases, which helps us make more smart ideas into a brilliant reality.
The Ink Business Premier Card. Learn more at chase.com/business premier. Chase for business. Make more of what's yours. Real business owner compensated for their participation. Account subject to credit approval. Restrictions and limitations apply. Cards are issued by JP Morgan Chase Bank. Any member FDIC.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
What is dedication?
My biggest fear in the middle of my addiction was that my kids wouldn't have a father. And I started thinking, you know what? This isn't my story. I definitely had to become a better man to be a better father. It's important to me that my kids are empowered and truly believe that if they can think it, they can do it.
That's dedication. Visit fatherhood.gov to hear more. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm calling you up. I'm calling you up. 'Cause I need a love doctor, and I need it right away. I'm calling you up. I'm calling you up. 'Cause I need to hear the doctor's voice, the reason.
So I got this two-timing chick who got her revenge from when I was on my two-time tip. And even when I tried to correct it, she couldn't get past how she was disrespected, neglected my effort, a pair with no trust, dirty games and affairs that been tearing us up. If things ain't picture perfect, is it really worth it? I have an idea, but I need to know for certain.
I'm calling you up. I'm calling you up. 'Cause I need a love doctor, and I need it right away. I'm calling you up. I'm calling you up. 'Cause I need to hear the doctor's voice, the reason.
We live in an environment now where we validate ourselves on how busy we are. It has to stop. If you want to be clever, don't work hard. Instead, understand how many good hours you have in you a day, work those hours, and then go and do other things with your life. Don't kill yourself working to the detriment of everything else, okay? If you're better in these areas, it will also feed into your work anyway. When you go out, if you want to meet people quickly, instead of focusing on the one person you want to meet when you go out, focus on meeting everybody. The moment you walk into a venue, start talking to the person who's standing right here. Now you talk to this person here. How's it going? That's it. You say, what's your name again? Martin. Martin, have a great night. Cheers. And then you walk away. You just made yourself the most approachable person. And the great news is you can do this with 10 people in the first minute of being somewhere. Find a guy who is...
Ladies and gentlemen, this is amazing. I'm having such a great time with my guest. She's running for Senate. AskSharifa.com is her website. And she has all of these businesses. She's a very accomplished woman.
No man.
Huh?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
She said no man.
No man.
You want a man, though?
I want a man.
You ready for a man?
I didn't say all that. I just said I want one.
Oh!
I'm being honest. I
that's
came here to be
fine.
honest.
No, ain't nothing
Because
wrong.
here's the thing. I was listening to everything that you were saying, especially on the break, and I really, truly believe, like the old people used to say, romance without finance is a nuisance. So when you talk about all the lessons and all that stuff, it sounds good, and the decompression, I came home, and I just, but most of the time, a lot of these issues really come down to finances, especially when you're trying to build a business. Do I want to take that $100 to go out on date night, or do I want to take this $100 and pay for some more Facebook ads? I mean,
And pay for this shipping, these
right?
products.
That's what I'm saying.
I hear you. I
would love to be in love. I would love to have a relationship. I would love to get married again.
You are making my point. I've always said that love is not real in a transactional, materialistic society. This is a capitalistic society.
It is.
Love is a fantasy. It's a pipe dream. It doesn't provide that special je ne sais quoi that money does.
No, it doesn't. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying
That's what I'm saying.
What I'm saying, and what I wish for you, my brother Zoe,
You
is
said
that you
love
settle
without
down
finance is a nuisance.
Right.
That's what you're saying.
Right. But then with the other stuff, first you get the money, then you get the power. You know what I mean? It's an order in all these, the power, the money. You know what I mean? First you get the power, then you get the money. But then you get...
Can you put on the instrumental of Money, Power, Respect to her?
I said it wrong.
Let's get that back.
Correct. You know what I'm talking about, Zoe. But the third thing is always the relationship. You know why? Because you have to define who you are.
No, I think the first thing is the relationship.
It can't... How can...
Because you're born into relationship. Relationship is ubiquitous. You have a relationship with yourself. You got a relationship with your family. You got a relationship with the extended world. Then you get into intimate relationships, which deals with what Carl Jung talked about, your shadow stuff. And that is paramount for you to become a fully integrated human being.
At some point in time. But everything happens in divine perfect order and divine perfect timing.
I'm just saying.
So yes, eventually when you're ready to work through all those things and all those issues and find love and live happily ever after, yes, I'm in agreement with you. Stop dancing, focus. This is important. We are helping the people. You know what I mean? I need you to understand that at some point I want to see on TMZ that Zoe Williams got married. That's what I would love to see.
You want to see me get married?
Yes. Okay. I want to see all of our people get married. Right. I do.
I want to see me get married too. Listen, we got Nikki from the SIP. Nikki, get in here and help us with this. Lord have mercy, Jesus.
Oh, good evening, fam.
Good evening. Why you laughing, Nikki? Why y'all laughing? Y'all making me nervous.
No.
We just
First
love
of
you.
all,
You great.
Yeah, man. You're bringing to the forefront the place that a lot of us live at some point in our lives, if not presently. Before I say anything, I would like to address your number 12 question regarding the compensation for a lack of love in one's life. You cannot, there is no zero method of currency that will compensate for a lack of love in any human being. Let's start right there. Because what we hope happens to us in our working in progress is that we have some sense of center that says it's not about this nuisance thing where the demand for the currency is required. When because of the demands of living, we tend to grow up in environments where we put that first because that's where the pressure is. Lights, gas, tires, and oil, right? But Earlier in the conversation tonight, you listed some rather notable people: Michael Jordan, Michael Jackson,
Kobe, Prince.
Okay. I want to say this about men and women because the perspective of this is different to me, in my opinion, food for thought, based on the gender. Because women have a tendency to, because we're nesters, right? Mm-hmm. We need to feel secure in a monetary kind of way. And yeah, Jesus gave us that. Mm-hmm. Because out of that place, well, for me, Jesus, I'm not disrespecting anybody else.
You fine. You ain't got to. You good. Come on, Nikki.
It comes from there because also in that place lives a sense of nurturing. That thing that often draws men to us outside of the aesthetically pleasing. Mm-hmm. And very often for women, we don't get to be in a circumstance with our partner that edifies us in that place where we can be secure monetarily. Mm-hmm. So listening to the conversation tonight, we're talking about skill sets for work and for relationships. Well, I don't split mine because my skill set at work is the same skill set at home. It looks different, but it's the same skill set. Okay? It makes it easier for me because I'm drawing on those skills all the time. I'm not in relationship with my partner just because I'm at work. I'm in relationship with him all the time, all day, every day.
Yes, keep going.
Okay. But learning how to tone down the leader control position once I come home, and I said learning, because again, I'm drawing on the same skill set. Mm-hmm. I watched in my household how to set it up. I was taught that we don't hit the man with any kind of trouble at home for the first hour when he gets home.
Mm-hmm. I heard Big Mama say that. Don't you go in there and mess with Goldie. Nope. I heard it.
You need to give him that space because while I'm trying to switch from control from work skill set, in that space I'm giving him, I'm tuning my toner down so that I don't take that first position because that's not operating from the feminine energy, and don't no man want to be in no man energy at all. Well, except for those that want that. You know, then you've got to consider from a female perspective, when the children come, see, it shifts again because men are often better at focusing on that one thing and developing it until the children come, and then there gets to be this tension because the mamas of the house are saying the babies need attention from you. The babies need attention from you, which means they have to turn or tune down that thing they focus on.
So wait, Nikki, because you are on. Listen, she's one of my favorite callers. When she call in here, I know we go get some good home cooking. I mean, fried fish, grits. You gonna get some scrambled eggs. The eggs with the little chives in them and the cheese. It's gonna be right. When we come forward, we gonna go back and get the rest of what Nikki is putting down.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
Did you know addiction to drugs like meth or cocaine is a disease and not a choice? But getting help is. If you have stimulant use disorder, you, your family, and friends may have a lot of questions, including where to start. Choose Change California can help. Make a change today and find a proven treatment option for you at choosechangeca.org.
Hey, everything okay?
Yes, I'm fine.
Honey. Hey, I'm here for you. Tell me about school today.
When kids can't find the right words, music can help them sound it out.
Talk to the kids in your life about their emotional well-being. Find tools and resources at sounditouttogether.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Pivotal Ventures.
Ask any former youth in foster care what they missed most while growing up, and they will most likely answer, someone to show me unconditional love. Now, isn't that something we all wished we could experience? Here in Los Angeles, up to 40% of homeless youth on our streets identify as LGBTQ+. The most prevalent reason for homelessness among this population is the rejection they've experienced from their own families. The LA County Department of Children and Family Services and Raise a Child are searching for safe, nurturing, and affirming foster parents within our community willing to stand up and serve all children and youth in foster care, especially LGBTQ youth. Learn the many benefits to becoming a foster parent. Attend a free Raise a Child virtual or in-person informational event to learn more. RSVP now at raiseachild.org. That's raiseachild.org. And thank you.
Is your eyesight changing?
I can't read this anymore.
Don't lose hope. People just like you are working every day using Braille, screen magnification, speech technology, and other tools and blindness skills. Your eyesight may have changed, but your goals, they don't have to. We can help. Visit us on the web at blind.org. The National Federation of the Blind. Live the life you want.
Now. We tend not to think about now. We dream about tomorrow, relive yesterday. But right now in front of us is victory over cancer. Right now, cancer research funded by the V Foundation is leading to better treatments and saving lives. Victory over cancer is there for the taking by you, because today's cancer research is tomorrow's victory. Learn more at v.org.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard.
Work. Diamonds all in my ring, player. Gold watches, gold chain, player. 100,000 champagne, player. Yeah, my money insane, player. Yeah, I'm making it rain, player. But I was just on a plane, player. Buying gear, flying here. It ain't what you heard, it's my time of year. If I'm in the club, I get 100 stacks. I'm always rolling up, so I get love for that. I heard he stole my swag, but I don't want it back. I was on this, but now I'm on to that. You see it in my closet, for it's on the rack. Was out there in Hawaii, now I'm going back. I got so much money, I should start a bank. So much paper right in front of me, it's hard to think. Buy so many bottles, it's gonna be hard to drink. But I'm still growing up, and my family here, and they rolling up. So the bigger the bill, the harder you ball. Well, I'm throwing mine, 'cause my money low.
Hey, this playlist has been absolutely crazy tonight. Andy, what is my next song? Because in the name of Sweet Baby Ray's Barbecue, what? Wait, what? Come on, man, I'm out of control. Do I have another one after this? I just want to know, before we go to it, let the beat drop. What is this? This Biggie, right? Hey.
I don't wanna live no more. Sometimes I hear death knocking at my front door. I'm living every
Playlist is crazy. What's the next one?
Another day, another struggle.
Man, I'm different. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to KBLA Talk 1580. The VOR is on fire tonight. If you could only choose one, which would it be? Your career or your love life? That's been the topic tonight, and we've been on fire. I've got one of my favorite callers on the line, Nikki from the SIP. I want to get her final thoughts. Nikki, wrap it up for us.
It has to be the love life, because if you work on the love life, the success will come.
Amen.
The definition of success, keep in mind, sometimes, well, I'll speak for myself. Some of my greatest successes came in failure. Because I grew the most, I learned the most about me, right? And how to apply me out. to other people.
How to apply me out to other people. Man, if you don't, Nikki, I love you. You know what you just did?
That's a book.
That participant in the building, and sister, I'm on your website. I'm tracking.
That's a book.
There you go. She says she on your website and she's tracking. There
Amen.
it is. Listen, if you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call your brother Zoe Williams, 1-800-920-1580. Daryl from Harbor City, adjacent to LBC. Get in here.
Hey man, you know what? I'm 63 years old, married for 36 years, been single, and the one thing that I did not hear was this. You have, number one, is that if you wanting to be loved, wanting to be nurtured is a natural thing. It does not matter what your career is. It does not matter what your aspirations are. The key is, who have you chosen to walk that path with?
I'm listening, brother. Go ahead.
Now, here's my situation. I've been in business for a long time, self-employed. I started in business at the age of 24, single, and the one thing I did not do is I did not compromise my time in terms of my focus. And the thing is, whoever I dated, well, they have to be with me. If they weren't with me, then that just wasn't the one.
Right.
That was it. And so, like with the young lady running for Senate, Teresa, she's got all the attributes of success. Now, the thing is, that young man has not entered her life yet. I've got 2 daughters. They tough. The thing is, I always tell them, you don't settle. Because the one thing I know today is that the ones that are getting it done are the sisters. The sisters that are getting it done today. They are on top. The brothers is lagging behind. I'm just letting y'all know. And I'm talking about from every level. Black, white, Hispanic, Asian, the women are getting it done. And the thing is, and there's so much independence out there, and the problem is that they got to kiss a lot of frogs to get that prince.
Hey, brother.
And you do not compromise. You do not compromise your goals or your aspirations because somebody wants you to be at home or wants to spend more time. He has to be out there hitting it just like you do.
Yes.
Man, guess what you just did, Daryl?
Yes, sir.
You brought Harbor City in the building. Listen, Daryl talking like a daddy of daughters.
Yes.
You better go get yours, baby girl. You better have your own.
That's right.
You don't want to be relying on some dude.
Nope.
Yeah, I ain't mad at him. I'm not mad at him whatsoever. So, Sharifa, we're definitely going to have you back.
Thank you.
Because this was great.
I enjoyed it.
You know, once again, tell people where to get or find your website and then how to sign up to actually vote for you because you're running for Senate, a Senate seat in California, right?
Absolutely. So my website is assharifa.com. There's a link that says State Senate on the website. I definitely need your support on that website to get the word out about Sharifa Hardy for California State Senate District 33, which goes from Long Beach to Huntington Park.
So a little bit of my final thought here is I believe relationships should have a 3-pronged purpose. I got my purpose, you got your purpose, and then we've got the relationship's purpose. Mm-hmm. Right? I believe that is important. The relationship should have a purpose. Mm-hmm. And I believe that wholeheartedly. Unfortunately, these are just words, and life happens around this concept. And sometimes one partner may have their purpose fully designed and defined, where the other may just have a sketch of it. And because because it's that way, it might create a power imbalance, and that'll be very difficult to create a purpose for the relationship.
Or what if they have a purpose starting out? Like you have 2 lawyers, they're starting out.
That's
they
a different relationship.
World, and then somebody wants to be a ballerina, is my point.
Oh, no. Listen, again, if you trying to be a ballerina at 32, it's too late. Now,
too late.
Your toes ain't flexible no more. You got to get them. Anyway.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
My other piece is fulfillment and happiness need to be understood. You need to deal with happy people. People who haven't done any work are not going to be happy. I'm one of those people. I've done a lot of work internally, but I still have moments of melancholy. But if you got people who ain't really done any work, you know, that disappointment is going to creep into the relationship. It's going to make the relationship something that you don't want. And then you're going to have to learn how to balance. Because everybody got to work. So you're going to have to learn how to pour into your relationship the same way you pour into your job in order to get your check. Your relationship has a different kind of payoff than your work does. And you're going to have to cultivate love the way you cultivate your job. Listen, we started the conversation. It's up to you to finish it. But guess who going to keep this fire lit? RSVP with Jill Monroe is up next. Zoe Williams, the voice of reason, be back in here tomorrow with another slap producer.
Big things poppin', and little things stoppin'. Big things poppin', and little things stoppin'. Ball on these suckers, shout it, lose. It's not an option now. Do it what you wait for. Cause I'ma do it what you wait for. Do it what you wait for. Do it. Now let me hear you say, big things poppin', and little things stoppin'. Big things poppin', and little things stoppin'. Big things poppin', and little things stoppin'. Ball on these suckers, shout it, lose.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Amber Payton. Here's the latest on the Black